All right, I want to thank everybody for patiently waiting for us to get to the website section of the webinar. This is one of our most powerful features, and it is something that just keeps getting better and better every single day. So let's jump into it. On your backend in website settings, we're going to get the technicalities out of the way, such as domain and SEO. So we'll give you a couple options here. You can have 2 domain names, and you'll also get a subdomain name. So what this means is, let's say you have 2 different domain names, such as ABC Motors and ABC Motor Cars. You can actually point both of those to your Goxee dealer website. So every time any visitor goes to either one of those domain names, they're going to land on the same site. And it's really easy to do that. You can click on how to set up your domain name here, or simply reach out to support and they'll get you set up within minutes. So if you're just starting out with us, once you got your inventory up, this will literally take less than 20 minutes. You can have your site up and running in no time. Now let's move down to the title. This deals with SEO. So in the title section, we give you the ability to just use this as your dealership name, or you can customize it to change however you see fit. So for example, let's say instead of Goxee Dealer Demo Site, we want to change this to Used Cars LA. Now, if we update this to Used Cars LA and save changes, if you look here, it used to be called Goxee Dealer Demo Site. I can refresh this, and it's going to be called Used Cars LA. So let's go back and change this back to Goxee Dealer Demo Site. Oops. And save changes. Now the meta description is that part of text that's going to be displayed in search engines such as Google or Bing underneath your page title. We'll discuss this later in more detail. Now, what everyone's been waiting for is really the design and the features and functionality of the website builder and the website itself on the front end and what it does. So we're looking at the design. Let's click this button here to view our site. And there's our current website. We see our homepage, we see some inventory, we have a slider here. So we've spent a lot of time researching and making sure that what we're showing here is converting at a very high rate for your visitors. So let's take a closer look how you can customize this without any web knowledge. Let's go back into website settings and let's take a look at the design. So right now we have a custom design selected. If you scroll down, you'll see how many options we have here. We also have the ability to go with a simple and advanced design. Now these are some of our older, more legacy designs that some dealers prefer over the new design. The new design is a lot more robust and mobile friendly. So let's take a look at an advanced design. We'll save changes. And if I scroll down here, you're going to see that we have a lot of different options for that advanced design, but we're really going to discuss new custom design we've put together. So let's just refresh this so you see what an advanced design looks like of the last version of the sites. There you go. Let's go back into the custom, update our changes, go back in here, click on refresh, and there you go. Now, if you notice in the upper top here, there's a black bar. This black bar is always going to show up as long as you're logged into the website. It makes it a lot easier to edit anything on your backend without having to go to another window. So let's go back to website settings. So let's say we want to change the theme color or the link color. Right now we have both of these selected as blue, as a custom blue. So if we go in here, we're going to see that our links are blue. When we hover over them, they're white. Or if we scroll down, that this bar here is blue. Let's open up a vehicle to see what that looks like. You'll see that the buttons are blue, the outlines are blue. So that is our primary color as well as our link color. So now if we go back in here, now let's select black as our theme color and red as our link color. You'll automatically see what our logo is going to look like because this is a PNG. Let's go ahead and save the changes. Go back into that vehicle and click refresh. Way different, right? So now let's change to black. We've got our red buttons here. So let's leave the black and the red for now and move on to the logo section. Now, if you have a logo, we highly recommend uploading it as a PNG so it has a transparent background. If you don't have a logo, you can click on the logo tool and kind of design your own. So let's say you want to have a Roboto text with 21 pixels and we want it to be white, and style can be normal and no shadow. Save changes, and that'll change the way your logo is displayed on your homepage. But for right now, we'll just click on upload your logo, and that'll resort back to the last logo we had here. Let's just save our changes so nothing changes there. Now let's scroll down and take a look at the background. So this background here refers mostly to our advanced and simple site designs, but in this case, we have the ability to change what appears on the pages once they're loading. So for example, if we're looking at this homepage, we reload it, you'll see the gray in the background. Now we can go in here and select orange, save our changes. Let's go ahead and refresh, and you'll see a glimpse of orange in the background. It's a very small feature that not many dealers, use, but nevertheless, it's there. But again, it refers mostly to the simple and advanced designs, which are the older generation of our websites. Now, the fav icon, which is also called the favorite icon, if you hover over it, it'll let you upload your own favorite icon in an ICO file, which is supposed to be about 50 kilobyte. We can definitely help you with this. If you're having an issue uploading this, our tech support will get this for you right away. Now, what this does is, in the upper left-hand corner, you see this little G. If you want to have a part of your logo in here, not a problem. You can set that up very easily. Let's go back in here and move on to the home page. Now, the home page gives you a couple different options and how you can sort your inventory. That is sort by price, by year, or by make and model, A to Z, right? You can also have the ability to show or hide prices. So here we're hiding our prices. Let's go back in here. You'll notice there are no prices listed. So if we go back in and we say, okay, show prices, save changes, and let's refresh this. You're going to see that now the prices are showing. Some vehicles have specials, others don't. Now in the inventory section here, you have the ability, while viewing your inventory page, to hide or show the logos listed here. So for right now, we'll just leave those as show. You can also select how you show your inventory in the inventory page, from price or year, make, model, and so forth. The next option here is your SP clock style. Now, if you're running any kind of special pricing or promotional rates on a car that's going to expire at a certain time, this is what's going to show on the inventory page or your home page. So if we go into your home page, you're going to see that this Bentley here is expiring in a certain amount of hours. So for example, 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 24 seconds. We can also go back in and change this to a different type of design, but we'll just leave it for flip black for now. Now moving into the image processor, we briefly touched on this in the inventory module. Now this is a really powerful software that we built into Goxee that enables your images to really come to life and stand out, because it does some minor and major corrections such as saturation or sharpening or so forth. You can always turn this off, but we really suggest keeping it on. Next up, we have the image resolution. There are two options here. One is 16:9, which we highly recommend because it's a high def resolution. The other one is a standard 4:3. Now, there's still a lot of car dealer software and even Craigslist, which is publishing 4:3, which is extremely outdated. Let me show you the difference. If we open up this Aston Martin here, this is a 4:3 ratio image. This is what you're gonna get. Now, if we take that and if we compare it with this Mercedes we uploaded early in the webinar, that's a huge difference. This is completely responsive, completely mobile friendly, mobile ready. It will work perfect on any device. This is the future of images. So at any cost, make sure that your image resolution is 16:9. This is going to make your sites look amazing. Now, the Flex Watermark is a very powerful feature that enables you not only to protect your images, but brand them specific to a marketing channel. We just had a conversation with a few dealers out in New York before we got on this conference call regarding this Flex Watermark, and they're doing some amazing things with it. So let's open up our watermark gallery. We'll see that we already have a watermark by default. Now, what a watermark is every time you upload an image of a vehicle, it gets stamped with your own information. So no matter where it goes, it's always going to have your dealership info, right? So let me show you how to do that. Click on New Watermark. Let's select a channel we want to send it to. Now, this is super powerful. Let's say you want to create a watermark specifically for cars.com, right? In cars.com, you want to run a promo for cars.com. Now, first off, you can upload your own custom design, upload it here, and it will stamp that on every single one of the images you upload automatically. Or you can pick a style, and we give you a lot of those. So click on Choose from Library. Let's scroll down. and select this one right here. So now we know it'll show us our custom text, which is here. Our logo is going to be in the middle and our phone number on the right. So let's put in a promo, cars.com customer promo, just an example. And our phone number we'll put in, that'll work. Text color, let's go with a red, with 18 point is fine. And the image layout, that can be classic. Or let's select a direct red. And this is going to give us a really cool border in the back of this image. Click on Save Changes, and that's what it's going to look like. So your vehicle images that go to cars.com are going to have this watermark. If you want to run something different for, like, say, Auto Trader, click on New Watermark, select Auto Trader, and do the same process. You can do this as much as you like, especially for Craigslist. This is super powerful for Craigslist. Imagine having the ability to customize your watermark for every single vehicle that goes out to Craigslist. This can have huge results on your Craigslist sales. We've been testing this for months now. It really works. Speaking of Craigslist, we're recording all of these webinars, so if you missed us on the Craigslist part of it, we'll be emailing you videos as soon as we edit them. So let's click on cancel here, close that out, and move into social pages and links. After we go over social pages and links and other services, we're going to jump on the actual website and run through it page by page. So in this section here, we can add our Facebook or Google Plus or Twitter links. If we look at our site here, and if we scroll to the bottom, you're going to see these links here. So if, for example, let's say we take out this link here, we click on Save Changes, go back to our site, we refresh, it's going to take Facebook out of here. So whatever active channels you have plugged in, that's what's going to be added on your site. So let's put that back in. Oops. There we go. Moving on to other services such as Map. So if we go to the contact page, let's click on Contact. This is the map it's going to show. So we can easily disable that by just turning it off. But for right now, we'll just keep it on because it looks really cool here. A few more things on the website settings. We also have pages, testimonials, and analytics. We're going to talk about these next. So let's go back into our site and run through it page by page. So on the home page, we got what's called a slider, and soon we're going to show you how to customize these. This is really easy. We have a library of hundreds of images. You can upload your own, plug in your own text, create your own URLs here. Very easy. This has taken maybe 2 minutes to put together, and anybody can set this up. Scrolling down into the inventory. Now, every time, for example, when you hover over a vehicle, it's going to show you a different picture, right? And it's going to scroll those images as you're hovered over them. You'll see these two icons in the upper right. One is kind of like a video and the other one is a heart. Now, if we click on the video, it's going to open up a little window here without leaving the website. And it's going to load a video that was automatically created when you publish the vehicle. So we can click play and it'll have a voiceover there and go through the whole vehicle. So we can either click view vehicle or close this video. Let's just go ahead and close it. The next thing that's really powerful is we do store cookies of the users. That way, if they like this Range Rover, for example, you notice that this popped up here. So if I run through a couple vehicles, it'll automatically keep adding this. So next time they come to your site, they can see exactly what vehicles they liked. Now let's go back home. Now you can customize this homepage a lot more. You can add a text section. Here we've added a map. But next, let's take a look at a vehicle listing page. So let's open up the Mercedes we added earlier. Here's our 16:9 images. Those look really cool. We have this vehicle marked as sold. Now, this bar up top, as long as you're logged into your site, let's say you're looking at this Mercedes, you can just click on Edit, and it'll go straight into editing the vehicle. You don't need to log in again. You don't need to go, dashboard and click on Inventory Manager and find it. Just click on Edit. So in here, let's click financing back on. Let's say this is still available. Save changes. And since you edited it from viewing the vehicle, it'll take you directly back to the vehicle. There we go. Now we see it's back for sale. Here's the price, special, and we're back in business. Now I want to show you what the mobile version of this looks like. All right. So if we shrink this window, look at that. That's what it'll look like on your phone. So as soon as we hover down, you're going to have an option to get finance or text us. Text us is a super powerful feature we talked about in the phone system. So if you didn't catch us, don't worry. We're going to have these videos up so you can watch it again. Now let's expand this a little bit. These are fully responsive, any resolution, any size, mobile ready. This is why we recommend the new customized sites, just because they're really, really powerful on any browser. So let's go back in here and take a look at the options your users are going to have when looking at a vehicle. We made it really, really easy for them to get what they want. And most importantly, we made it easy for you to get leads. So get finance is here. Texas is here. We've talked about that already. They can schedule a test drive, calculate their loan. So if they click here, check this out. Let's say this customer knows they have a $15,000 vehicle they can put down, another 10% down payment, sales tax, interest rate. Let's say they can get a 72-month term, or like, this will cost me $939 a month. Now this is what's really cool. They can click here and they can select a different vehicle. So let's say they want to select this Nissan GT-R Premium. It's automatically going to update the same numbers they've put in here just for that vehicle. And they're going to get a monthly payment. And based on this, they can just click on Get Pre-Approved. It'll take them to the finance app, or they can just print this for their own records, right? And bring it into your dealership. So if they click on Get Pre-Approved, it'll take them to the finance app. It'll have that vehicle selected, and it's ready to take their info. Now, this is another thing that's really cool. Let's say John Smith, right? And John Smith has a cell phone. This is his cell phone number. Plugs in an email, right? We'll just put in demo email right there. And he says, instead of financing it, let's say I want to make an offer on this car. He clicks on offer. It keeps all of the information. So John doesn't have to plug in this information over and over again. So any form John looks at, his information's there, making it really easy to submit. So the likelihood of him sending this form to you is so much higher, and that way you're not missing out on leads. So let's go back, look at that Mercedes, and see what else we can do here. Open it up. Now I forgot to mention that you can customize which options show here. So you can take off the test drive or make an offer or appraise your trade. You can customize exactly what you want to show the customer. Of course, if the vehicle has a Carfax, it'll show here. There's a QR code. You can share this to Facebook or Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Pinterest really easily. That helps you with your social media. And that's pretty much it. I mean, these pages are getting extremely high conversion rates. So hope everything makes sense on here. If not, please submit your questions. We already got some really good questions we'll be answering at the end of this module. I'm going to move on into financing and testimonials. First, financing. Looking at this, we briefly looked at this form. If they click on financing, they can, of course, select the vehicle and check any other form, test drive, offer, trade-in. Next is testimonials. Testimonials we'll touch on in a little bit, how you can set those up on your back end, as well as what you can show or hide. We're also working on an extremely powerful reputation manager you're going to have in your back end, but we can't get too deep into it in this video. We'll be notifying a couple of our beta dealers probably in the next few weeks to start testing out these features. That will be a game changer, promise. Next page, let's look at About Us. So About Us comes standardized with every Goxee dealer, pre-written for you. So if you want to change it, let's say you're looking at the About Us page and you want to edit that, no problem. Since you're already logged in, just click on Edit. And here's your About Us page. You can go in here, click on Edit Content Box. I'm not going to get too far into this. We're going to talk about it in pages in just a little bit. So let's close this out. Oops, let's go view our website again. And click on the contact link. Contact, of course, you can get direction. Here's the hours of operation. You can plug in your first, last name, which will take you to the CRM, which we already talked about. And that should summarize it for the website part of the webinar. Again, there are a lot of new features coming out every single week on the websites. Customization options, different features, different functionalities that we're going to be letting you know every single week. So as always, any questions, reach out to your dedicated rep and they're going to get you set up with the website. If you need anything designed, anything customized, you guys know that they're only a phone call away. So let's jump into some questions. We've got Abby from Ashland, Oregon. Says, can I create my own specials page? Abby, absolutely. We're going to talk about that in just a bit in the pages, but you can very easily create a new page, drop some specials on there, have a video, add testimonials, have sliders. Very easy. We'll be going over that in just a bit. Dennis from LA, California. He says, can I have a video on my homepage? Yeah, Dennis, absolutely. So you can select exactly what you want your homepage slider to look like, edit it. You can even go in and select specific videos to show. We're definitely going to go over that in your in the pages section, but I'll just touch on that really quick. If we click on pages and let's go to library and take a look at slideshows, you'll see this is our home page. I can click on edit. I'm hiding these right here, but I can easily just add a frame with a video and bam, that's going to show up on our home page. So let's go back here. Let's go back to our website, and the next question we have from Robert in Las Vegas. Can I remove testimonials or have an option to allow them? Robert, yeah, you can definitely remove testimonials. Well, what usually happens is when a testimonial gets submitted, even though we'll talk about that in just a little bit, you'll get a notification that says somebody left you a new testimonial. Do you want to approve it on your website? And it's up to you to approve or decline any testimonial on your site. Next question is Silvano from Chicago, Illinois. How mobile friendly is this website? Silvano, I think you might have missed our mobile demonstration, but it's extremely mobile friendly in any browser, in any iPad, and any Android device. Not a problem. It's also optimized to convert extremely well on mobile devices because most of your traffic is going to be coming from mobile. So we're constantly making your mobile optimization better and better and better based off the data we're getting back. Hope that answers your question. Next, we have Alex from Medford, Oregon. Do you offer support on the website as far as design if we can't figure something out? Oh, absolutely. Alex, I know you're a newer customer of ours, so I'm not sure if you've reached out to our design department. You definitely have access, unlimited access for free to an account rep who's going to help you with anything you need on the site. So if you need something redesigned or a specials page made or anything like that, not a problem. Even though you can do this yourself, we're definitely here to help and recycle information that we know that's going to help you sell more cars. So Martin from Modesto, California, question is, can I have a plain Jane layout? Yeah, I think so. We can probably go to an older version of the site, even though we really don't recommend it. But yeah, I think that's definitely possible. Next, we have Manuel from Durham, North Carolina. Can you design me a logo or a watermark? Yes, Manuel, not a problem. We can definitely design you a logo. We do have artists that work for us full time. There are fees associated with logo design, but we definitely take care of you. Next, we have William from Charlotte, North Carolina. Can I redirect a page via URL? Yes, you can. We're going to talk about that next in the pages section. Let's see here. We have Cynthia from Albany, Georgia. How many frames and slideshows can I have on one page? You can have as many as you like. Again, we wouldn't recommend having lots and lots and lots of frames and slideshows, but you can definitely have as many as you like. Not a problem. Asher from Tampa, Florida. How can I control my main menu on the website after I make pages? Really good question. Again, that's another question that we're going to touch on in pages, but you can do that very easily by going to pages and selecting if you want it to appear in the footer or the header. But again, we'll touch on that in just a sec. Josh from San Bernardino, California. Am I limited to how many pages my website can have? Absolutely not, Josh. You can have as many pages as you like. We're also going to show you how to create menus, submenus, header menus, footer menus. Not a problem. So there is unlimited page options with Goxee Dealer. We have Bob from Montgomery, Alabama. How can I change the order of my vehicles in my homepage or inventory pages? We touched on that a little earlier, Bob. You can go dealer here, click on website settings, and simply scroll down to homepage or inventory. And you can select sort by however you like right here and sort by. This is for inventory. I hope that answers that question. So that'll sum it up for our website settings part of the webinar. Next, we have pages, testimonials, and analytics coming up. If you have any questions, please put them in the box, send them over. If we don't have time to answer them in the webinar, we'll make sure to reach out to you right after the webinar and get those answered. See you soon.